I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? Let me know if you can see me and hear me. I thought everything was working correctly, and then I went to plug in the mic and saw no sound levels, and then I got sound levels, and then the audio in my ear sounds really bad now. But I'm hoping it's just for me and not for you. So let me know. Let me know if it sounds okay. Is the audio bad? Something tells me the audio is not coming from. Sounds okay. Audio isn't great, bit rough, but it's not terrible. It doesn't sound the greatest. I have a feeling that the audio is coming from something else other than this. Super frustrating. It's a little tinny. Such a bummer. Do I have... Okay, we can try this. Let's try one last thing here. Hold on. The Yeti makes it where I have to be, like, when I'm further away, the audio won't be as loud. But let's see if I plug in the Yeti, if that works better than this, because I had a feeling there was going to be technical difficulties. There can't not be. Better than nothing, not a huge deal to me. Okay, let's try this, and then just let me know if this sounds better. If it does, we'll roll with this. Otherwise, we'll just do what we're currently doing, and I will have to figure it out later. Okay, now I don't hear anything. Properties. Device. Cam link, microphone. Okay, now it should be on the, now it should be on the Yeti. Is that better? Let me know. The only thing with this is, again, like, the audio is going to be a little bit different, where it won't be as good when I'm further away, but if this sounds better, okay, this is better? Okay, we'll roll with this then. I'll have to figure out what's going on with the wireless things. Let me turn these off. Oh, I also want to have audio in my, or like music playing in my ear, I don't think. Let me try one last thing to see if I can get the music playing correctly. Everything was seeming so perfect, which should have been a sign that there's no way things will go perfect. Aaron did get home with McDonald's the second I hit go live, so I have a cheeseburger and some fries that I'll probably eat a little bit later on. But let me see if I can get, so desktop audio says it's working, but it is not on my end. Okay, I've got a little bit of audio. Dr. Pepper, yes, for you. How is everybody doing? It is crazy. I can't believe, so we only missed 1 week of the stream, but it feels like it's been an eternity, probably because of just the amount of crazy things that have been happening and like traveling 1,000 miles between Sunday and today. But I'm so excited to be here. This is the new studio room. We're not in the living room anymore. I haven't done much with it other than roll the streaming cart here, which somehow survived the trip, and then my desk is set up. But we will definitely get this room tricked out. It's gonna look awesome. Music sounds fine. Audio is okay. Okay, all right. Let's see. You can eat first. We'll still be here. I bet the mic came from the tripod hands-free before. Yeah. Is the audio is acceptable though, right? Like, well, we can roll with this for one stream, and then I'll definitely figure it out by next time. So yeah, today's stream is gonna be super laid back because we got here. So for anyone that doesn't know the story, and I think most people know, but we were living in Southern California, and Tuesday of, not last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, I noticed, I heard water sounds, and the kitchen had water pouring out of it. And the owner originally thought that it was going to be a quick 1 to 2 week repair job, but it destroyed like half of the place we were living in. So the bathroom, or not the bathroom, the kitchen was destroyed completely. The streaming room, or like the editing video 3D printing room, was half destroyed, and pretty much all the flooring. And so because of that, things were pretty crazy, and we ended up quickly up and moving from California, the little condo, to driving to Idaho. And so we just got here. We got here Monday. We drove 10 hours Sunday, 7 hours Monday, and unloaded Monday, Tuesday got the washer dryer in and hooked up, and then I've just been trying to get everything back up and running, so it's been insane. What's going on, Maker, Jamie, Alien, Caitlin, Sem, Grant, G-Funny's here, Kenneth. Thank you, Emad, I appreciate it. Yeah, so we're incredibly excited. Like, there's just so much space. I posted a photo in the live stream Discord, but like, I have printer racks now in the garage, and so all the printers fit there. Some of them will end up coming in here, but for now, they all fit in there, which is insane. So yeah, today we're just going to be hanging out, getting back into the groove of things, and we were going to be building this. This is the Elegoo Neptune 3. This was sent to me a couple of weeks ago, but because of all the chaos going on, I emailed them just saying it's going to be a little bit before we can actually get this thing out of the box. So I did test out the... Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. And then I'm only here for, I'm here, so today's the 8th. I leave on the 23rd for Indiana for Murph. So I'm trying to make sure that everything's set up, that Erin's got everything she needs before I take off for that week as well. So who here's going to Murph? I know G-Funny's going, and I can't remember who's all going. Hey, Nick, my brother's in chat. I'm out of space for printers. It makes me sad. They all fit till you get more. Yeah, exactly, right? There is space for more racks, though, which is awesome. So, yeah, this is the Elegoo Neptune 3. I tested out the Neptune 2, which was kind of like an Ender 3 Pro, but it had a touchscreen, and there was one other thing I liked about it more. It was quite a long time ago. And then the 2S, I never got in. Uncle Jesse has loved using the 2S. It's like his primary printer in his print farm. And the 2S has, it's like the original Neptune 2, but it's got powder-coated PEI, flex plate, metal knobs, and a all-metal extruder. This one, as far as I know, I think specs are relatively similar, but I believe it has auto bed leveling. I'm pretty sure it's using a strain gauge, and it has, I believe, a touchscreen, but I don't actually know a ton about this. So in today's video, in today's stream, we'll open this up, take a look at it, prod it. Anyone can ask questions. It's going to be, like, we're doing a thing, but it's going to be a pretty chill stream, because mentally, mentally, I'm pretty tired, but also incredibly excited. I couldn't wait another week. I really wanted to get going. I made sure that, again, the internet and all the streaming stuff got set up, because I just, after missing last week because of my back, I tweaked my back getting, my back was already hurting a little bit, but I was trying to get the FL Sun SR Delta printer in place, so that way we can do some printing and kind of hang out. And I lifted it to get to the bottom of it to do some wiring, and I just felt my back like lock up in the center, and I couldn't move for probably, I mean, it was like 16 hours of me just laying in bed, and Erin was like, what do you need? What do you need? So I'm thankful that it's still hurting a little bit because of just, I mean, we had to move so much stuff, but compared to how I was feeling last week, we are night and day better. Murph is when? I believe it's the 24th through the 26th. Someone can correct me. Oh, cool. G-Funny just posted it. What about a Cali cat? We can do that. What's going on, Bill? Hey, Dad's RC Workbench. Man, I was gonna say, we are gonna do the usual giveaway today. So since we didn't stream last week, we obviously didn't do it. But we are going to be, thanks to Polymaker, giving away a spool of Polymaker filament. We will open up the giveaway a little bit later on. Same kind of thing as normal, where I will post the form in the chat, and then everyone will have like 30 minutes to fill it out. I did want to update on the Polymaker giveaway. So it's international, but I did discover that I didn't see this little like detail about it. So in the United States, shipping is super fast. I think it's just a couple of days, and you get tracking. For international, it is... Babe? Monkey? Is that you? You coming in? Oh, I thought you were trying to get in. Okay. Okay, thank you. Just organizing. For international, it takes quite a bit longer, because I had Carl, who was our first winner, reached out, and then I think it was last week's winner that reached out asking. And so when Carl said he hadn't gotten it, and it had been like, I think like 12-ish days at that time, I reached out to Polymaker, and they said, sorry, sometimes international shipping speeds are a bit slow, but I believe Carl got his, and the other international person definitely got his, but I don't think there's always tracking internationally, so I did want to let everyone know that. But that does still, it still gets to you. I saw the not last week's, but the week before's got theirs, which was a Polyterra burnt orange, I think, or something, or lava red, which looked awesome. How is everybody doing? I feel like I said, I feel like it's been so long. We'll get going on this in just a second here. Mr. Master, you should go to a chiropractor. It would help your back a lot. I agree completely. Lisa mentioned that last week when I said my back was hurting, and the reason why I haven't gone to a chiropractor so far is like my parents kind of always raised me where they were, well, at least my pops was like not super pro chiropractor. He kind of got in my head saying like, yeah, the chiropractor, like they just want to fix you good enough so that way you keep coming back. And so I never went to the chiropractor growing up because of that. And so I'm at the point now where I'm like, no, I need to go. I have nothing to lose and really everything to gain. But that's probably why I haven't jumped on it sooner, because I've had back problems on and off for like 10 years and I've just kind of been dealing with it. So, hey, what's going on, Pi? Sorry, Pi, I know you messaged me, and between like Sunday moving and today, like all of my messages, doesn't matter if it's on Discord, Twitter, emails, like I am so far behind. So I'm gonna try in the next like 48 hours to get through messages. But Pi, I do know you messaged me, and I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back. I have not been able to do anything basically other than get things in place. So hey, I was just talking about Carl. Carl, did you get your Polymaker filament? Building my V0.1, nice. Okay, so before we crack this open, and Pi will appreciate this, I did bring the, I ran to get this because this is going to be a perfect opportunity to put the printer on here and spin it around so we can take a look at it. So I did get the giant cheese board. That did make the trip. It was one of the essential items. Filament turned up today. Awesome. Back problems suck. I've had my issues for years too. Yeah, it's no fun. Like, I mean, as a kid, my dad used to tell me when I was doing crazy stuff, like, take care of your body, you only get one of them. And like, now that I'm, you know, turning 30 and I've got bad back from some like car crash stuff as a kid, I'm like, yeah, he was absolutely right. So let's take a quick look. Again, sorry about the mic. The audio will fluctuate a bit more today than normal because I'm using the Yeti. I don't know what's going on with the wireless stuff here. But this is the printer we're going to be unboxing. So it's the Neptune 3. I briefly mentioned it. It's basically the next generation of Elegoo's Neptune line, which it's stayed pretty consistent with what it is. It's just kind of been, in my opinion, more like quality of life upgrades. Like this one now has the touchscreen on it, as well as the strain relief, which I'm really curious to see how well the strain relief works. I've had pretty good luck with strain relief based systems before. Like the Anycubic Viper, I never had problems with, but I think, was it the CR6SE? I've heard of some people having strain relief issues, so we'll see how well it works on here. Price point says it's $210, which it seems like that's like, even if the price, it says 220 crossed out 210, even if that's the price 220, that seems much less than I expected, just considering like the CR6SE is priced at more than that, and the Viper is priced at much more, than, if I'm not mistaken, right? Isn't the Viper like 300-ish? So price seems really, really low on this, which is interesting. Maybe a mod Anima 17 on the cheese board. Yeah, that sounds great. So yeah, I think we'll probably just get pretty much going in here. Is there any other specs I'm missing? So RSG leveling system, 16-point RSG leveling, strain gauge, just like I said. Reliable extrusion system, which I think it's the same extrusion system on the previous one, which is like the dual geared aluminum one. PEI magnetic we had in the touchscreen. So other than that, I don't know of many differences between them. So I'd say let's just go ahead and kind of get this open. I've got the side cam set up here. Let's see. 220 makes me kind of curious. Pre-order has to be a lot cheaper, and I don't see how they could make that work. Yeah, well, to be fair though, I think that the original Neptune 2 was around that price point. And so granted, there are some different things on this, but like, I think they were able to maintain that price throughout most of the like supply chain shortages and things like that. So I don't know, but yeah, that price does seem really low compared to sort of comparable, you know, bed slinger type printers. So we'll see. The extruder makes me cringe though. You don't like the red aluminum? I can't say it's my favorite extruder, but I would take this over the plastic like Ender 3 style one that they usually have. So let me move the McDonald's soda out of the way. I've also got overhead. Let me see. How does overhead look? We can do this right now. So, story time while we're doing this, since it is like a hangout stream. So, everybody knows, well, that watches the streams and stuff, but like, I have these mobile carts, right? I've sworn by them for years. I got them from IKEA, and they're like somewhat heavy duty, but the main thing for me is in the last place, because it was so small, I was constantly moving machines around, and so this allowed me to just roll them out of the way. And so I had the great idea of packing things as much as I could inside of them and wrapping them, which was fine, but then stacking things on top and just rolling them onto the U-Haul. Well, the first item that we rolled onto the U-Haul on this cart, the second I got to that easy load ramp, the feet just buckled on it. It's I think it's like sheet metal, like a I don't know how thick it is. The sheet metal just buckled and completely gave out and destroyed the cart. And so it was a super rough start as far as the whole moving. That's fair. Just seeing a lot of issues with that style. The more basic looking metal, those seem to function better. Oh, interesting. So that was a bummer. And then the one casualty that suffered was the 4-on switch wire, which is a bummer. And I still need to get it all hooked up to sort of analyze the damage once I'm done with this last rant. But yeah, it fell off of a cart going up the ramp, probably like 7 feet up, straight to the like bottom of the aluminum ramp. And I opened it up. I've taken it out already now, but like the enclosure is absolutely shattered. Looking around at the printed parts and everything else, I don't see any other damage. So fingers crossed, because I think that maybe next week's stream we might be trying to install a physical switch probe instead of the sensor on it. But yeah, my heart like my heart like jumped or like skipped a beat when I saw it like in slow motion falling. But yeah, I know. Any thoughts on what camera works well with the Raspberry Pi 4 Octoprint? I mean, the C920s are always common, but they're kind of expensive. There is a, maybe G-Funny has a link to it. There's an AliExpress or Amazon camera that's like a much longer camera that I think goes for around $30-ish. And those seem to work quite well. I wouldn't say for like high quality time lapses, but if you're just trying to monitor your prints, then that could be a solid option. Okay, let's get some stuff out of the box. So it is not a Meanwell. It is Cheng Liang power supply. So I don't remember if the previous generation had a Meanwell, but this one's definitely not a Meanwell, and it is a 360 watt, 24 volts. Gosh, I think I'll just put things like on the ground for now, and then afterwards I'll move the box and put on there. We've got our user manual, OV57. Oh, that's the model. It's a clicky. It was recommended to me the last stream we did, so 2 weeks ago. I can't remember the name of the mod specifically, but I'll find it. I ordered all the parts for it because we were potentially going to do it on last week's stream before it didn't happen. But yeah, it basically uses a servo, so that way the switch wire doesn't lose any build volume. The servo whips out, and it's sort of like clicky meets the side swipe, I think is what it's called. Oh, okay, laptop camera, gotcha. Okay, so we got user manual, which I guess I'll keep it up here for now in case we're running anything. Usual things, we've got a plastic spool holder. Let's see, zip ties, wrenches, or flush cutters, spatula, all the tools, and the handle for the top of it. I will say, like, I do like the handle. It's not as big of a deal to me on like bed slinger style printers where you can just grab the top frame. More so for like the switch wire, having to move it, or even the V0 since it's fully enclosed. Any of the Core XY switch wires, not Core XY, but those ones I could see handles being really nice. But for this, I don't necessarily think it's that big of a deal, but I won't say no to it. Standard power supply cable. Sweet. Hey, thanks, G-Funny. We've got our touchscreen, which is kind of cool. It looks like, I mean, not exactly, but sort of this looks like the old telephone jack cables. I don't know if that's what it is repurposed, but having the combination of the way the plug looks with the What is the name of that plug? I can't think of it. My clicky kept losing its magnets. Got a U-clip a month ago and have not had a problem. Interesting. I know that G20 and DC, I think, have the clicky and have been swearing by it, but I wonder, the magnets I bought for it were just Amazon magnets, so hopefully they're decent quality. If not, then I might try that as well. RJ11, thank you. I think that's the one I'm looking for. But yeah, it's kind of cool. This is similar to what the... I don't have it in here anymore. I'm so used to having like everything I need right by me. Pretty similar to what the FL Sun SR has, which is this sort of stretchy cable, which I like. Let's see, take the top cover off. Use epoxy to glue down the magnets. Okay, I will use epoxy. I think I was gonna use I have some glue, super glue I was gonna use, but if that's better, I can pick up some JB Weld. All right, auto leveling. I do really like that printers are starting to come with powder coated PEI more and more. It's definitely for everyday printing, it's absolutely my favorite surface. When first running the machine, okay, we'll look at this afterwards, but we will take a look at that. CA glue works too. I use some accelerator just to set up quickly. I need to get some. Hey, Lisa's here. I missed her. Hey, my dad's here. Everyone say hi, Dale, or hi, Dad. Hi, Lisa. Kenneth. Alien. I need to get some of the accelerator stuff because I love the super glue that I have. But it's happened to me quite a few times, especially when I'm trying to glue together a multiple part print where I put it all together, I think it's good, and I'm not super patient. And so I move it, and then it breaks apart. So I need to probably pick up some of the accelerator stuff. Okay, let's get this out. Hey, what's going on, Chip Builds? All right, so we've got, this is already attached. So I think we got to take this all out in one fell swoop. So let's maybe... Yeah, it's all connected. This is not, I'm sure, how it's meant to be taken apart, but let me sit on the ground so I can get the foam off. There we go. Foam is like intertwined with cables. All right, and then nothing down below. So let's move this. Move this back up here. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And then the only thing I'm worried about is, let's see, the bed cable. No, it should be fine. Just trying to think if I want to have this cable. I think I'd rather have the bed cable on the inside. There we go, like that. Okay, let's switch cameras here for a second. Let's lay this down. I could totally see this falling off. All right, let's go side cam. And then let's adjust this a little bit so you guys can see that. All right. No phone and driving for you. One or two sprays and I really wouldn't use it on. Oh, gotcha. Is it pretty fumey stuff, Alien? Okay, so we've got that. I guess let's just start getting this thing put together. So, instruction manuals. I want to know, does anybody know how Iggy's Voron 0.1 build's going? Since I haven't been able to be in Discord, I haven't talked to him, but I wanted to ask him how it's going. Also, Lisa, any update on the board, either the mini Rambo, or what you're gonna do for the bear build? Okay, so is everything so M5 by 45s through. I also don't know where my tools are yet, so I'll have to use the little included hex keys. dump this out. Does not come with a lot of filament. So if you pick up one of these, definitely have filament. Let's see. I'm not particularly. Oh, I read. I read Alien. I'm not particularly stinky. It's not particularly stinky, but I feel effects from a nasty headache. Oh wow, yeah, that's gnarly. I did like 100. Gotcha. Thank you for the heads up. Then I will use that by the window or outside in the garage. I want to build a V0.1 so bad, but it would take me about a month to assemble it. I mean, it's a fun build where, I mean, the first one probably took me close to a month. By the time I broke things, did things wrong, reprinted parts, and ordered stuff from AliExpress, again, it probably took me about that long. It's not a rush. Zaren's printing his parts and he's doing exams right now, so he ain't building it. Okay, cool, gotcha. Awesome. I know that Zerant was building, I just wasn't sure, or Zerant was printing the parts, I just wasn't sure the progress was going. Okay. Let's grab tools, bolts. Luckily there's not a lot of bolts, so hopefully we'll get up and printing and then hanging out. Yeah, I liked the Neptune 2 a lot, Chipped. I think, Lisa, you had the 2S, right? You had really bad luck with the 2S. I can't remember, was it the board that was an issue with yours? Yeah, I liked the 2 as well. Okay, so this has got to be an M5, yeah, 45s. You can, with the 0.1, Jamie, if you wanted to, you could self-source it and just sort of, you know, like buy piece by piece. If you don't have the money for the full kit, you can self-source, you know, and just start with, like, I don't know, maybe start with some of the more, like, save towards the more expensive things first, like maybe the hot end or the main board, and then, like, slowly get the rest of the things. Hey, what's going on, Philip? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna lightly move this camera a little bit. It feels very weird being in a new space. Since we started streaming in that living room, and like I knew where all the things were, so it's gonna be awesome though. I'm very, very excited. Just taking a little bit of time to get used to everything. Started with start with the frame G when he says, how much cheaper is it self-sourcing? I don't think that, at least for me when I self-sourced it, granted I got a lot of extra parts and some things I didn't really need and I didn't necessarily do the best shopping around. It was more expensive than actually going with a kit. That being said, I'm not saying I recommend any kit other than LDOs, because LDOs is the only one that I've used and it was such a great kit. But if you did have to deviate and go with a different kit, there are cheaper kits out there, and I just don't know the quality of them. So like, it could be a little bit more frustrating trying to assemble it, you know, if there's inferior components or something like that. So it's up to you. I mean, of course, what makes the most sense for you. Let's look here. No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Jamie. Couldn't stand it. I had to order some basic parts, frame, motion, hardware, etc. for a Trident build from Pico. I'm still gonna buy an LDO kit. Wait, what? Pi? Couldn't stand what, Pi? I must have missed the beginning of that. I think I missed the. Always so awkward trying to. There we go. Lots of vendors are doing fastener kits as well. Oh, couldn't stand not having. Gotcha. Okay. What is your lineup right now, Pi, of Voron printers or of machines? Like, what is your current lineup that you're using? Yeah, I know that Fabrico definitely has a fastener kit for some of the Vorons. At least I'm nearly positive. I remember seeing it for the V0.1. Are the 3s available? Are they going to be? So it looks like they're not. Let me see on their product page. So they're not available off the shelf right this second, but it looks like they're shipping very quickly. So they're still doing pre-order for the first batch. It says first batch is 3,000. Someone's calling me. Scam likely. The first batch says it has 3,000 units and it will be shipped from China in June with expected delivery in July. And then once the 3,000 are up, which they're still available right now, then second batch says there'll be 1,000, and that's going to be shipping in July from China, expected to be in the States in August. So I have a feeling that they won't be available off the shelf on Amazon until they're done with those 2 batches. Oh, I just realized that I lost everybody. Okay. No fastener kit. Sem. Sem, I feel like you always bring up the legacy. You've got to build the legacy. I think we'll probably get the giveaway. So we'll get the giveaway going at. I don't know what time it is because the time change here. It's not. So it's 1:35 here, and normally I stream at 12:35 or 12 before, but it was 1 today here. So we'll do the giveaway at. I'm gonna go based off old time, 1:36 Pacific Standard Time, or no, 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. So a little under an hour, because I have a feeling we'll probably stream for right around 2 hours today. Like we'll get this together, get it printing, and then probably that will be it for today's stream. Just because there's still so much to do around here, but I couldn't not stream today. I was just so excited and like I got the internet working and everything going. So link to camera get. Oh, nice. Because Legacy sucks. Shots fired. I pre-ordered their X and wasn't too happy with it. I never used the X. The X was their, wasn't the X basically their answer to the Creality Ender 5, right? I'm pretty sure that's what the X was. I never tested that one out. I mostly use my V2.4 or the 0.1 PTG on the Prusa MK. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I really want to do it. I really want to do a 2.4. It'll be a bit though, for sure. There's a lot of other things. Like I bought the kit for the ERCF, so we have all that. Still need to print out the parts now that the switch wire needs an enclosure. I have to see if I can source the acrylic. Maybe somebody has a enclosure kit for the. I'm gonna reach out to Fabrico and see if they can source the acrylic for the switch wire, so that way I can get that working again. But we have that. We also got all the mods in for the V0.1, so we need to do that. And then I feel like there's something else. Oh yeah, I want to do some of the upgrades for the switch wire too. At least the clicky thing that's got. It's great to see you again, so we appreciate. Yeah, thanks, Alien. I missed everyone. Like I felt. Again, I know, like I said, I felt bad, but like it was out of my control, so I can only feel so bad. I know that I did the best I could, and I was bummed when my back was hurting and I couldn't stream, but I just couldn't. Like it would have taken a lot for me not to get on a stream today. So, hey, what's going on, Bear Squad? Okay, so we got the bottom on. Keep my okay. Next is the power supply. That is important. So we will install pretty much like every other install on these style of like this style of machine bed thing over the extrusions. So this goes on the outside. It looks like. Hey, G Funny, how is your Trident build going? Hey, Skydown. Okay, so this one, it needs M418s. M418, sweet. So for the V0.1, quite a few mods actually. We went over them. Did we have a stream dedicated to it, or did we just? I think we had a chill stream dedicated to it. We are doing a mini LGX or LGX Lite. We are doing. God, gosh, Z belt mod. I can't, were we doing auto bed leveling? I can't remember. We're doing the upgraded bed, so the aluminum bed. Adding a screen to it, not clipper screen, just a small little screen to it. We're installing the carbon filter, the, oh gosh, Nevermore Micro, and I think we're doing one other thing. Probably a webcam, I think webcam. There's quite a lot of stuff. You know what, I have a list of the mods I can look at in a moment here. It's a pretty big list. My goal, I was trying to print out the parts for it and then decide, the things I wanted to decide is order of operation, because a lot of the mods for the V0, since you have to preload, it requires you to disassemble it, which is not super fun. So the game plan is to look at like the GitHubs or the builds to see how far you need to tear down the mini or the V0.1 to start doing those mods, and like what's the correct order to do them, where if I do, like, for example, it wouldn't make sense to do the LGX Lite first because I'll have to remove all that to do the bed mod, I believe. So I'm trying to like really prep it as strategic as possible so that way we're not redoing work, but it's a little bit easier said than done. So I'm excited though. It will be a lot of fun. And then we're going to keep the second Voron 0.1 stock, which is the LDO kit version, because if/when 0.2 comes out, that'll be the one that will upgrade to that. I just realized it's doing some crazy stuff in my arm. Let's see. Oh, nice, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. It was looking really good last time I saw it. I think you were playing around with the wiring, and you said that the bed still had to be installed, so that's sick. I need to set up an enclosure on one of my printers, start printing some ASA. You can, if you want to, you can fairly makeshift an enclosure. Like if you don't plan on doing a lot of ASA or ABS. I mean, I've seen people literally use cardboard boxes. Not that I recommend that for safety, but like if you have to, you know, you can. The Wham Bam Hotbox is one that I've used a lot since I did a review on it quite a long time ago, but it's a fairly simple enclosure, but it's also, it breaks down into a very small footprint, which at the last place was super important. Saving up for my first Voron. Which one are you going to do, Carl? I'm building a V0.1 now. Fun. Heck yeah. Are you using a Rode Go? I am, Lisa, I am using a Rode Go. There are firmware updates and you will probably need to set up for that space. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'm using the Yeti right now because it wasn't working at all. It's interesting. So I plug it into the headphone jack. Oh no, mic input, and then, you know, Windows asks, is this, what device is this? I say microphone. That always works. But then when I went under control panel under devices, it wasn't even seeing it. So I'm not really sure. Thought about doing a Voron, but put it off, and I'm trying to get one of those Bamboo Lab X1s. The X1 is awesome, man. The X1 is super cool. I think, like, you know, the Voron, for me, I feel more, I think, attached to them because they are quite a bit of work, and you get so much customizability when assembling it. But yeah, the X1 is sick. Bloodmark, why this printer? Why this printer? Well, it's a really affordable printer, so looks like right now there's 210 is what it's going for. So for someone that's looking to get either into 3D printing or just needs another 3D printer, based off what I'm seeing here, auto bed leveling, upgraded extruder over like the standard Ender 3.1, and comes stock with a powder coated PEI bed, like the price seems really fair. Now I wouldn't say that, like, you know, if you're looking for a performance 3D printer, I can't say that this, you know, any real bed slinger review I'd recommend, but compared to what's around its price point, it seems solid. And Elegoo, considering Elegoo to me, I think of them primarily as a resin 3D printing company because the Mars was my entry point into their product line. I'm pretty impressed. And granted, I get that like their machines, they haven't really done like most of what they're doing is sort of a proven formula that exists, but they've at least done a pretty good job with that formula, and their manufacturing seems like they have really powerful manufacturing capabilities because the price again is low compared to some of the competitors that have been sort of in this entry-level FDM space for a lot longer. Hey, what's up, Mark? Grow tent. Yeah, grow tent I guess would totally work. My arm is in the way. Let's see if I go a little further back, maybe. There we go. Did I say hey, Mark? If not, hi, Mark. Did you put a picture of Pico? I did not. I'm using the SKR Mini 2.0s, I think, on both of them. Any tips on printing ABS on the Prusa Mini? I did print ABS on the Prusa Mini for what printer? For maybe a little bit for the Switchwire. I can't remember if I used just their defaults or if I went with kind of my own things, but I mean, the recommendation is obviously enclose it and you'll be okay. So the thing I didn't do with the Prusas, because they're PTG, I didn't soak the enclosure. Like, G-Funny is one that really, when I was printing parts, was telling me about like his sort of soaking technique where he has the enclosure, or the bed heat up and raise the temperature in the enclosure to a certain temp and then prints ABS to get more consistency with printing and less warping. I didn't do that with the Prusas because of the fact that the parts are PTG and I just didn't want to risk like deforming. Yeah, I guess like, you know, screwing up any of the parts. The other thing I will say is for the powder coated PEI that comes on the Prusas, they work great for me generally, but they were sort of like hit or miss for ABS or ASA. I don't normally do glue stick with ABS ever, but a tiny bit seemed to help. Or if you are wanting to spend the money, the Ulta Stick, which I think they're based out of, they're based out of the United States, I think Florida maybe. Their powder coated PEI to me stuck way better for ABS or ASA, so that could be something to look at too as well. Hey, what's up, DC? Yeah, so we have a blank canvas right now. The game plan is, probably to do away with the carts. The carts aren't going to be leaving, they'll just be in the garage for like things that I shouldn't do inside, like laser things. Excuse me. And I found a really large workbench that's wood top that will probably go from this wall somewhere out here. And the background, I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out depth. Like, I'm pretty close to the wall, so I need to figure out, I don't know. I have like a bunch of ideas in my head, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. And like, when I was thinking about these things, I was like, okay, I have to do the basics here, but then like, we probably need to figure out how to get a washing machine or get the electrical or the insurance. So like, I haven't gotten as much time as I want, but the game plan is to sort of measure this room out and take those measurements and then drop it into like maybe Fusion or something where I can get different measurements from objects and kind of place them and play around with them to see how they would fit before we get them. I know, there's a garage, man. It's awesome. It's insane. It's so crazy. Yeah, I'm so excited. Hey, what's up, Mo? Yeah, so I'm incredibly excited. It still doesn't feel real. I mean, we just got here Monday, and it's just been nonstop setting up things and unpacking and stuff. So I'm sure after a couple of weeks it'll feel a bit more real. But yeah, it's just, there's so much space. It's crazy. I'm really happy, and I'm super excited, and it's going to be great for streaming and for videos and all that stuff. So, and for Erin, she has the living room. Although we had to get rid of our couch and the TV stand, so it's not much. But like, the room is there. We're gonna set it up over time. Okay. So, power supply's in place. If Zerent was here, he would tell me to switch it to the correct direction, which it is not switched to the correct direction. So, let's do that. 115. There we go. Screen. Let's go aside. Doing well. I hope you're doing good, DC. I know I haven't talked to you as much at least the last couple of weeks or so here. I think it's busy season right now. That's for everybody. Last two things I have on the ground are power cable, screen, and this guy. I think that for today we won't completely tear this thing apart, but I will. If we end up doing a deep review on this, we will tear everything apart to look at the board and stuff like that on the inside. In? Yep. Alright, and this just plugs in right there. I do wish, so I know that it's not, like, most manufacturers use micro SD cards and that's just kind of what the boards seem to have, but like, I really don't like micro SD cards. when you don't need them. Like, I get it for cell phones, I get it for, like, even, you know, like a Nintendo Switch or stuff like that, but on a printer that has a lot of space, I really like having a full-size SD card. It looks like, yeah, there's a slight gap underneath it too. I've lost a handful of micro SD cards over the years trying to put them into the board and just having them drop in the enclosure, so... let's see... Yeah, moving is... I went into things so optimistic, and not that things were bad, but just it was a lot more work than I anticipated. I, in my head, like told myself, let's go rent the camera. Call this the rent cam. So I told myself, like, yeah, I've driven straight from California to Colorado with my brother. We went on just a road trip one time. We just wanted to go check out Colorado, and we drove straight and played like metal music and drank Monsters and switched off, and it was totally fine. And in my mind, I was like, that was a piece of cake, so this will probably be easy. But we drove in a car, not a U-Haul, so the U-Haul definitely changes things because you're this large mass on the road and you can't go as fast as you want. So like I tried to pass a diesel on a one lane because it was going really slow, and I thought it'll probably be easy to pass him. I got over, I gunned it, I could not get past him. I got back behind him, called Aaron, who was in the car behind me, and said, yeah, we're just gonna sit this one out. So it was interesting. Hey, I don't think I said hi, DJ Natty. What's going on? I did read, I read your message earlier in chat, but I completely forgot to say hi. Good Affinity parts, still a long-term project for 2 different places. Pulling a U-Haul is stressful on long trip. Yeah, hey, what's up, Tony? Yeah, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of driving a U-Haul, but you know, it is what it is. It's done. We dropped it off yesterday, so we are good. Spotify is not nearly as good sounding today. Let's lower that a little bit. It's because the AirPods are also acting up. Everything's acting up a little bit, but that's okay. All right, let's get this going. I think the last things is the board still mounted upside down. The thing I hate about my Neptune 2 is the upside down micro SD card slot. It looks like it's mounted upside down based off what I'm looking at here, because the gap is on the bottom of it. You won't be able to see it. I was going to change the camera, but the gap's on the bottom of it, which makes me think it's mounted on the top. I won't say definitively, but yes, no, it's got to be mounted on the top. I'm fairly confident. A couple print fills later. Humid here, town in Iowa. Time for a filament dryer. I am going to be testing out. So I really like the Ease Dry and the Cyclops that I did a review on from. Oh, why is the company slipped my name? Anyways, but I am going to be testing out the. My brain today. Let's see. Nope, the dryer S1. Somebody help me out here. The dryer, Fill Dryer S1 is what I used prior to using the Ease Dry, and a lot of people in the Discord were talking about the S2, and so I got it sent out quite a while ago, and so I'm gonna test it out. I'm still bummed, like looking at it initially, I don't see a exhaust fan, which I don't know why. Like they did make some good changes, it seems like, and I'll do a full video on it, but like one of the biggest things to me is like there's no
and healthy treats for the puppies. Hope they traveled well and are adjusting okay.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for McDonald's. Did you see that I don't know if you saw it. Maybe you were here and listening, but Erin brought me this. She was gonna bring me food. I still didn't get a chance to eat any of it yet, but she was gonna bring me food before the stream started because we don't have anything here. So she ran this in. Thank you very much. So I might have had a difficult time with the U-Haul, but Erin had the Corolla totally packed with like plants in the passenger seat, all of her plants, and both dogs. And Delilah was crying for like the entirety. She was crying for like the entirety of the trip, and the dog hair was flying around. So every time we'd pull over for to get gas, I'm like, "You okay?" She's like, "Yeah, there's dog hair in my face." So she was a rock star. She powered through and helped so much. So I kept telling her, I was like, "You did really great." Because for me, like driving the big box fan and having to go slow, I'd prefer that over whining for 17 hours, which is what it ended up being, you know. Grab a stool. You better. Alien, I've got two cheese. She got me the 2 cheeseburger combo. Looks like a large fry in there. It's got your name all over it. Hey Steve, how's it going? Those fries are cold by now. Yeah, they are cold. I will eat. Let's get a print going, and then I will eat. I promise. Okay. I'm not above cold French fries when I need to eat. So. Sunlu, thank you. It's my brain. All right, so that's plugged in. All that's left is insert the handle, which I guess we'll do that, right? It came with it. Handle. Hey Steve, how's the LDO Trident? I think you're 100% done with the build, but how is the how has it been going? Like the printing on it afterwards. Also, Steve, I don't think you heard earlier, but I'm sorry. I saw that you had messaged me. I was just saying that, like, we left Sunday. Saturday we packed U-Haul day. Friday we packed boxes. Sunday we drove for 10 hours. Crashed in Reno for, like, a few hours. And then drove 7 hours on Monday. So I saw your message. I didn't get a chance to respond. There was so much going on. I felt bad because I had a lot of people reach out, like, saying really nice things. Or just, you know... I just haven't been able to be as accessible as I would have liked. I think that, yeah, cool. So this one just goes like this. Maybe? Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get it centered. Let's see. We'll turn it so you guys can see it. Ah! Okay, no worries. I figured it would be. Yeah, it was nuts. Originally I was like maybe, but the having the 2 dogs made it so much more complicated. And one of the dog, like Monkey, is not a very friendly dog, and so yeah, like that was part of the reason why we didn't go with a hotel. We stayed at an Airbnb that had Monkey could have his own space. He's kind of a loose cannon. He's fine with us, but I don't really trust him out in the wild. Okay, so we're good on that. Last thing is just to put the spool holder, and then we will power this on. Hey, what's up, Vic? Hey, what's going on, 00? Thanks, Pi. Yeah, I know. I just, I did get out at least the big update that I was moving, because I was like, things were really starting to pile up, and I was like, I at least gotta let everybody know what's going on. So I did get the update on Patreon, and then I opened it up to everybody, because I wanted, like, other people to be able to know, like, if they try to get a hold of me, I am not ignoring you intentionally. Like, it just being pulled in a lot of directions. Huh, so they added... Interesting. I'll show you guys this in a second here. Okay. So, the last thing should be to put on... I like the lighting in here. One thing, so I have the same normal lights, but there's also a window right here, which is great for letting in a little bit of natural light. And then there's a ceiling light, which the bulb is not, it's like more of a warm color bulb, but it doesn't seem to be affecting, this goes in the back, right? Yeah. Doesn't seem to be having any issues with the picture. Yeah, new place. Let's see, it seems sturdier. The 2S. I'm doing pretty good, honestly. Me and Aaron have been. It's been a sensory overload, right? Like, because we don't know anybody. Well, we know Pi. Pi's out here, so I'm gonna meet up with Pi hopefully in the next week or two here. But like, other than Pi, I don't know anybody in Idaho. Aaron has one girlfriend that lives far away, so like, we don't know anybody and don't know where things are, and so it's just been like getting used to things, you know, like we just feel backwards and all over, but not really. We've been enjoying it. Like, speed limit here is much slower. Like, most roads are like 35 miles an hour, so we're just kind of cruising. So It's been great. And then we went out last night and celebrated. We had gotten a gift card from I think my parents for Christmas last year to Texas Roadhouse, and there's one or two in California by them, but we had seen that there was, they had them out here, so we'd said that we'll save it until we get here. So we went there last night and had like a huge rack of ribs and like just some drinks and hung out, and so that was fun. That was a really nice becoming one with the corn. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Scooter? Hey, Zaron's here. What's up, Zaron? You'd have been proud of me. I looked over at the power supply and said, well, if Zaron was here, he'd tell me to check it, and it was not set correctly. There is a, I don't want to say it looks like Charlie. It looks older than Charlie and a little bit, like, larger, but there is a orange-haired cat across the street, and last night it was just, like, the loudest meow. So, although still haven't been able to convince Erin to let me get a cat, there seems to be a really friendly neighborhood cat, so it's, it's better than nothing. Okay, so that's done. All that's left is to plug in all the cables. Oh, then obviously we'll check the roller wheels on here as well. So that's already all plugged in. That's plugged in. Z-axis is not plugged in yet. What is this? Oh, it's supposed to be end stop, right? Yeah. Oh, interesting. I don't think the previous ones were using I can never remember the name. It's not sensorless homing. It's what's the sensor for the end stop sensor? It's not inductive. Someone in chat will know. But it doesn't use the mechanical switch. It uses the sensor. Which is actually interesting in itself now that I think about it, because this thing has auto bed leveling, but it homes with a Z switch or Z. Someone help me. Light sensor, optical. I think it's an optical end stop. I believe it's optical, right? Where it has it passes basically a light between the two sources, and this goes down and breaks it. So yeah, that's gotta be what it is. You know what? I just realized you guys can't see what I'm talking about because my camera is not set up well. Let's see if I zoom a little. You can kind of see it, I think, maybe. Put my hand behind it. Nah, it's not looking really good either. Optical. Yeah, it's optical. I'm having a dad sandwich. These are heels. That's so funny. Yeah, Erin will not do the ends of the sandwich. And I'm not really picky, but I can't say I'm crazy about it. But there have been times where I'm like, I gotta eat, and like we've got PB&J as the option and the ends of the bread, and I'm like, hey, gotta eat this. So that's funny. Yeah, it is optical. Thank you. Yeah, plugging things in, right? That's what we're doing. So end stop's done, Y's done. Oh, power supply needs to get plugged in with this guy. Nope. There we go. I think that's it. It tells you, it shows you where all the things need to get plugged in, but they're already done for you. So, okay, then let's check on wobbliness. Endo 3 from Gen 1 to V2, always. Endo 3, Gen 1 to V2. Yeah, I think they all have. Oh, really? You're saying they all have mechanical? That was funny, serious. So there was that were the most valuable. So when we were young, we would all fight over. That's funny. Yeah, for me, I don't understand. Like, I know that there's quite a few people I've met that don't like crust, like pizza crust. And for me, crust has always been like the reward for getting through the pizza. Don't get me wrong, I love the entirety of a pizza, but it always trips me out when I eating pizza with someone. They're like, yeah, I don't do the crust. I'm like, really? It feels pretty like the pretty tight, but good. And then the bed needs a little bit of love. My mic is in the way. That'll do. Yeah, pizza crust is bomb. Some places like, I mean, I like any, like, pizza is so good, whether it's frozen, whether it's, you know, like, Domino's Little Caesar style pizza, whether it's like a fancier place. But I will say, like, Domino's, garlicky style crust to me is, ooh, it's good stuff. Okay, it's not tightening. Let's get it looser. I'm tricking my wife to eat the crust just by ordering cheese. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I've had cheese and crust. It sounds good. I don't know. I haven't done it. Okay, that is very stiff now. All right. I'm trying to think, what direction should we go? Like this? Because I feel like this camera is closer today than normal. Yeah, I think we just go with this camera for this portion of it. Oh, I love Hawaiian pizza. Oh, Nick, I heard pizza. All pizza deserves my love. Yeah, I don't discriminate. Pizzas, we'll do anything like the frozen Red Baron or CPK frozen, even the tiny little ones. My mom used to get the little like 99-cent pizzas, and you put them in the toaster oven, take a bite out of it, and it's scorching hot, and it always burns your mouth. I never learned my lesson. Let's see, we'll peel this off. Yeah, absolutely, we'll need to find a good pizza place. Aren't you sick of Ender clones? Not necessarily. So, like, obviously, testing out a printer like the X1 Carbon or building a Voron, to me, like, does it make me more excited? Absolutely, yes. It's something new to me, and so it's obvious, you know, it's going to be more exciting. That being said, I still understand that many people that are getting into 3D printing, it's out of their budget. Like, when I bought a 3D printer, I went with the bottom of the barrel because it's all I could afford in terms of pricing, which was like $400 or $500 was the cheapest I could find when I got into, oh man, this cable, one second. When I got into 3D printing, and so I still appreciate that even if they're nothing more than gateway, like the gateway for someone to get into 3D printing, that's why I still find them exciting, is that I know that, you know, again, people are getting, and also, like I've said before, yes, it's a lot of the same recipe, rinsed and repeated, but there are still improvements, even if they are very, very minimal. Like, if we were looking maybe a year and a half ago at this printer, I would have said, oh, like, yeah, but it needs, like, it would have, you know, plastic extruder, doesn't have auto bed leveling, and needs a powder coated flex plate. So at least now, like, you get the powder coated flex plate, it does have auto bed leveling, and not that I wouldn't say that the red aluminum extruder is on top of my list, but I do think it's a lot better than the plastic Ender Arm one that I've seen people show breaking. So yes and no, you know, like, that's kind of my answer, is yes and no. I still like seeing what's happening on the very entry point, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that the X1 Carbon was much more exciting to test out. You know, it just had so many things I hadn't seen before. Yeah, to an extent, Zara, but like, the OG Ender 3 doesn't have the powder coated PEI, and that bed surface, things tend to stick so well to it that it damages it. So, like, the one argument I would have for why someone would get an OG Ender 3 over something like this or any of the other sort of, we'll call them Ender clones, is that the OG Ender 3 / Ender 3 Pro or any of those that are just like that have a really large community. So there's so much documentation, there's so many forum posts, videos, mods, and stuff like that. While some of it will definitely carry over to this because of the fact that mounting points are near identical, it's 2020 extrusions. That would be the argument, though, to get with that, is that there is so much data on them already. Well, this is new, it has some different stuff, like the strain gauge isn't something that is going to be as documented for, you know, this machine particularly. But other than that, I definitely understand the appeal of, like, automatic bed leveling to quite a few people is a requirement. Like, they just, like, I've got to have automatic bed leveling. And automatic bed leveling has gotten much better because the Gen 1 of Creality automatic bed leveling to me was really, really bad. Like, it was incredibly inconsistent. It would never save to firmware. And so I would rather have manual bed leveling on those. But on... One second. The music, when it changes, it like, every time... I have to remove this song at some point. Because every time it gets me, I'm like, oh. Okay, there we go. It totally threw my train of thought off. I don't remember what I know I was ranting. But anyways. Community mods. Yep. If you like the crust, you would love our freshly baked crunchy pizza dough bread. Ooh, yum. I just want an Ender type printer that can print flexibles, high temp. Did you guys see that BQ? That's not right. No, that's not right. The I think it was the company that makes the Dragonfly. They entered into a partnership with my brain today. There's an Omnia Drop. Omnia Drop partnered up with, I believe, the company that makes the Dragonfly, if I'm not mistaken. I got to watch a little bit of it, so I'm curious to see what comes of that. It does sound like it'll take a little while for that all to sort of bake a bit more, but it sounds like the price of what they do output is going to come down in price, which is sick. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thaddeus. Okay, so it's just too tiny. Yeah, is it pronounced Thaddeus? No, it's Fetus. No, Fetus? Fetus? The name, I never can get I don't know what the name is. But yeah, that's exciting. And that printer that extruder hot end combo can definitely print flexibles really fast. I know it doesn't come stock on a machine, but I'm wondering if they can make it where it's super easy to integrate because of that. Fetus. Okay. Fetus. Thank you. Fetus. I said fetus, I was like, that can't be right. Can you put that, Alien, can you put that in the live stream as like a pinned thing? Fetus, okay. That makes the most sense. I don't know. Okay, let's turn this on, yeah? It doesn't sound right. Okay. Powering on. 3, 2, 1. I kind of want to power it off this cable. There we go. Let's go side cam. The confidence he had in saying it so quickly went away. Yeah, it's definitely the second it left my mouth, I was like, that absolutely can't be right. I've been lurking while in a meeting. Are you all in a new place? Yeah, no, we're in the new place, Luke. It's certainly far from set up, but yeah, we got here on Monday night, I think around 3 o'clock, and then we unloaded from 3 o'clock till, geez, me and Aaron knocked it out. I think we got the U-Haul completely unloaded in probably 2 hours. And then I've been setting things up. The office / printer space was one of the first things I started at least putting together what we had. And then yesterday was like doing, we had to get a washer dryer. And originally I was like, oh, we'll figure that out. But since we had the U-Haul, I just said, forget it. Let's just buy a washer dryer. We'll have it with us when we move. We'll have it for a long time. So we were able to use the U-Haul to move that and drop the U-Haul off. So it's been nonstop. But yeah, no, this is the final place. I just now need to figure out like what to do. Do I mount things? Do I get racks? Like I just don't. All the printers right now are beautifully sitting on racks in the garage. So it's very weird having all this space. I do want some printers in here, you know, like I just don't know which ones or how I'm going to. We had to leave pretty much all of the furniture, like all of the storage furniture. So like we had those, you know, those square kind of IKEA squares. I guess they have them at Target and Walmart, but they're furniture organizers where you have like little cubbies. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, I think. Those all got left. We didn't have space in the U-Haul. The barbecue got left. The bed frame got left. couch we got rid of. The couch is old, and one of the guys actually working on the house to demo it because of the water damage. Said, oh, if there's anything you don't want, like, we'll take it to the dump, or some of our guys take it. And I said, what about this couch? And he looked at it and was like, I will take that for my place. So that worked out awesome because we were trying to figure out how to get that removed. But yeah, we need to figure out the furniture situation. So, oh, I won't. Don't let Steve find out about the switch wire. Yeah, I'm happy that, again, when I took it out of the box yesterday and removed the like acrylic panel on it and looked at it, I was like, it looks fine. The afterburner looks great. I don't see any cracked parts. I don't see any like aluminum scratches. So I think we might have been like really lucky that the the enclosure took the brunt of the impact. So yes, there will be a giveaway today. Giveaway starts in 16 minutes. Polymaker filament roll. I will get that going too. Yeah, Lisa really likes. Well, Lisa had a great. So she had has the Viper, and I think she had an issue with the Viper, and said Anycubic was great with customer support, and sent her out, I think, a new main board, and then she was saying that she got the Dragonfly installed on it, and I think Clipper as well, which is sick. Okay, let's what am I hold on. Auto leveling, supply voltage, we did that. Hotbeds, slide locks, we did that. When first running the machine, the distance between the platform and nozzle needs to be calibrated in a leveling mode, which is about the thickness of a piece of paper. When the machine is powered on, select level. Okay, let's do this. Let's go zoom in a little. There we go. Okay, level. Calibrate the bed. Okay, let me make sure. The machine will enter a heating state. It'll heat the nozzle to 140 and the bed to 50. Okay, cool, it's doing that. All right, while it's doing that, I'm gonna eat a cold cheeseburger real quick, and we will continue to talk. Room temperature. I had to leave the barbecue. I didn't want to, but it was actually, we got so lucky. So when the couple that owns this house did a walkthrough, we saw that there was, well, I saw that there was a barbecue down one of the sides. There wasn't a close-up of it though. I could just see, like, there was a barbecue down there. And I thought, okay, like, they're gonna take it. So we got here, we're walking through, I'm checking out the backyard, and there's a barbecue there. Definitely nicer than the barbecue I had. The barbecue I had wasn't old, but it was just very, like the most entry level of barbecues. So I saw this barbecue, and I was like, that's a pretty nice barbecue. And I texted the owner saying, what's the deal with the barbecue? Is that something that's getting picked up? Can we use it? I had to leave mine, and just curious. And he said, no, he said that's his barbecue that he had detailed or whatever, so it looks great. And he said anyone that lives there is allowed to use it, like, go for it. So there will be hamburgers and hot dogs, and we were doing like a salmon kebabs that were super good, so I got really lucky about that. And Mickey D's, which is funny because Erin does not like Mickey D's, so the fact that she got that, I'm like, okay, all right. She's outside the door. She said, I only got it for you. I sold my AM8 and bought, oh, doing the things. Giveaway link will get posted in 12 minutes. Yeah, she's awesome. She she told me she didn't like Chick-fil-A, which I didn't understand, and I wanted to get it a couple of times in the 7 years we've been together, but she never wants it. I'm like, all right, but we got it out here, and she really liked it, and so we've had it twice in the 3 days we've been here, so I'm happy about that. Okay. One cheeseburger down. Eat a couple fries. They are cold, which makes me sad. Damn, I love those burgers, bro. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, they're little like you know, like they're small basic cheeseburgers. Really good. Garage is not insulated. Well, the door is not insulated. I don't know if I would imagine the walls are. So, yes, no. I can show like sometime a video or something like that, but it's quite nice. It's a pretty nice garage, and the house is really new. Like the house was built in 2019, so it has a lot of like more modern things. So I've spent a lot of time in there over the last 2 days since we've been here, and it feels like it might be insulated. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out during the winter time. If I have to, I might do some sort of like makeshift. Just like I don't know. We'll figure it out. House does not have Ethernet running into it. No, or running in it. I am very thankful though that they at least had the hookup for like the coax port. I got here and I brought the modem and router that we were previously using, plugged it all in, signed up with their local internet, and it said that I had to have someone come out, which I didn't understand because everything should be wired. And the earliest date was June 20th. So I was freaking out for like an hour maybe, thinking like I won't be able to work like on YouTube stuff or my, you know, the day job video stuff. And then I called and the lady on the phone was like, no, I can set it up. It's just like they had to activate the Motorola modem. So once I got that activated, internet's been rock solid since. So it was really easy. Just renting, Kenneth. Is there In-N-Out in Idaho? So I don't think there is right now. When we looked a year ago, there definitely wasn't. But it looks like they're building one, and a second one just got approved, so there will be In-N-Outs in Idaho. It's so stupid here in Germany. We pay for a Big Mac and fries and Coke. Oh my gosh. Wow. Is it like, is most fast food like that in Germany, Zara? Or is it McDonald's? Goes me back 8 years to our nightly. Me and my brother, when we were much younger than now, it'd be like late night, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and then we'd look at each other at like 1 in the morning and be like, do you want to get McDonald's? And so we would always get those little burgers. We are renting. I think I said that. But originally we were debating on buying, but because we haven't lived here before, we decided, well, a couple things. That we decided, one, let's get the 4 seasons and see how we feel about it. 2, I felt much more willing to roll the dice and not see the house in person and just go based off online if we're renting. I felt way less inclined to do that to purchase. Like, I would want to fly out here, check out the property, make for the inspection and all that stuff. And then also cost, just everything going on in the world right now, I'm not convinced that house prices won't start to slowly go down. And so I just figured a combination of all the things, like house prices are still super high and rates have gone up. So I think we'll sit tight and then see where we're looking at in a year from now. But this house is gorgeous. Like, it's basically exactly what we would want if we had bought. So, okay. Let's see. After reaching the preset temperature, each axis automatically returns to the origin and starts to calibrate. Okay. After leveling, set the Z-axis compensation, place an A4 paper between the nozzle and platform, yada yada. Okay, so the screen has already gone, I don't know if you can see that, but the screen basically has already gone to the setting the Z offset height. So we will move this like this. It's a double-edged sword version. Yeah, I agree with that, Kenneth. So the thing is, though, like the way I kind of looked at it was that rates were so low, but the house prices were so high that if you bought at that height of price, you would never be able to refinance because it will never, like, it would likely never go back down that low. So, although rates might be going up, if house prices go down and you buy and hold long term, hopefully rates will also end up going down eventually when, you know, I don't know how long, and then you can refinance. And so, I mean, I don't know. I've never purchased a house. It was just, in my mind, it made sense from the research I did. So, it's supposed to, yeah, Germany is freaking expensive for fast food. When I went to London 3 years ago, I was baffled about how cheap. Interesting. I wonder why that is. It's most stuff nowadays. Germany's just spent $3 billion for military stuff because Ukraine, I mean, just got, wow. Wow. That's crazy. It was cheaper to drink a beer than soda in Germany when I was there. Wow, that's crazy. I have been to Germany once. We were driving through it going somewhere, and my experience was terrible. Had nothing to do with Germany. I'll tell you the story. Okay, let me 1 second. Let me get this going here. I'm just gonna use this included piece of paper, and if I need to, we'll just change it. Are we moving? I guess I can no, I can't multitask. What am I saying? Every time I say, like, I can multitask and do the thing and talk about something, I end up just talking. So let me get this going and then I'll... Okay, I'm not... Are we going? Yeah, okay, it's moving. I think we roll with that for now. That feels pretty good. Okay, so... I don't actually have any filament in the house. It's all in the garage. So I'm gonna go grab a roll of material. I'm gonna go grab a roll of material from the garage, and I'll be right back. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with all the material because I was using those organizers I talked about, and they didn't make the trip. And then I was thinking about doing sort of the Repcord spool racks because they just seem awesome and a great way to not use floor space. But when I did the racks at the first place we lived in, it left so many large holes in the wall because of the anchors and just how many it required. And like, I know that we're renting and we can totally patch it, but a part of me is like, it's so nice. I don't want to put unnecessary holes in the wall. So I'm gonna think a little bit. I still might end up doing that. I don't think it would really be an issue, but I want to entertain other ideas for spool solutions or mounting solutions. We'll be right back. Let me go grab a spool of material, and then we will print something. Everybody, I'm back. If you have any model that we want to print, post it. It can be, we can stick with our cat theme, or we can do something different. I'm totally cool with that. So post some models and we'll figure out what we're going to print. Let me go grab a PLA. Delilah with me, okay? So Delilah has decided that the closet is her home. Watch, let me show you guys. Yep, you can see this. She's so funny. I couldn't find her last night. I was like, where are you? Hold on. Spinning you all around. She's just been... What are you doing in the closet, Delilah? Hey, what are you doing in the closet? Yeah, I couldn't find her, and the last couple times I've been able to find her, because there's so many spaces for her, and it's funny because she's a pretty large dog, but she likes finding the smallest spaces possible and then going and hiding. So it's freaking hilarious. Okay, anyways, let me oh no, got the cable tangle. There we go. I think. Alright, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, she's so cute. Angela. Hey, Vlad. She's licking her paws like she's not supposed to. Yeah, she's she's a funny girl. Oh, so funny. I mean, all right, let me get a print gun. That's all right. I've been loving this model for printing. Oh, it doesn't let anybody does it let anybody post? I just realized nobody can post links, right? F14 Tomcat? Let's see. Oh, sweet. Is there a good model of it? Let's see. STL. Grumman F14 Tomcat. Dang, this does not look printable. Oh, whoa. Is it the sci-fi land speeder? I'm kind of cool at printing that. I got silver. That looks pretty sick. Yeah, we can do that. Is that what you were? Oh, okay. Look in live stream. Oh, live stream chat on Discord. Okay. Ooh, that tower torture test is cool too. Okay, let me load up the material, and then we can do a quick vote. Actually, okay. All right. Let me get the giveaway going. Send. Shorten link. Okay, so giveaway for spool of Polymaker material is going live. Well, come on, brain. Oh wow, there's a lot of them. So, hey, G Funny, how are you? Are these? Are you grabbing these from the Discord? Okay, there's the giveaway form. International shipping. We will let that run for 30 minutes. I posted the second one. The torture tower. I used to work at McDonald's and find it weird how many people wanted to pay more for their food. They'd ask for a double cheeseburger without cheese. Oh, cool. Thanks, G Funny. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, my it seems like it's fine. You just go back. Cool. My first job was at McDonald's, and it was interesting. I was only supposed to work there for the summer. I was like, all right, I'll figure out something afterwards, and then I ended up just sticking it out. I was just really busy with going to school and trying to figure out. I was like, I'm an adult now, and then I finally left there, and then I worked for myself for 6 months to a year. I think I was repairing and modding Xbox 360s and selling them off of Craigslist, and then I got a job at PetSmart. I think it's like that at every burger place, Lisa, that people order, like they'll order a double cheeseburger and get no cheese, but they still get charged for a double cheeseburger. Because Erin said it In-N-Out, it was a similar thing. I think she said she had one person one time, like when she said, oh, okay, just a double meat burger, and he said, no, a double cheeseburger, no cheese. I'm like, all right, have it your way. We are loaded up. Oh, I don't think the nozzle's hot enough, right? Because it only preheated it to 140. The interface is kind of neat. You guys want to see this real quick? So, a lot of the touchscreen, a lot of the touchscreen. Can anyone see that link or not? No, it doesn't. It doesn't let you. Giveaway is for a spool of Polymaker filament. International shipping. I used the affiliate link and got 8 rolls. Oh, you did, Lisa? When? I checked. I actually checked out of curiosity a little bit earlier today. And I hadn't seen any orders that had been placed on it. Regardless, thank you for doing that or trying to do that. I don't know. Maybe it was after I looked. Oh, okay. So yeah, what I was saying is that most of the time the touchscreens, the interfaces are, let's see, not very good. Let's do 215. At first glance, it seems decent. Like definitely better than some of the ones I've seen. So like, so print is obviously just the file explorer. Then prepare. You've got 3 tabs. So you've got the move tab with at least the different increments. Turn motors on or off. It looks like maybe home Y, X, or Z, or home all. Temperature adjustment, preheat, PLA, or ABS, and then extrusion, which looks like, can't see from that angle. Distance, speed, load and unload, and then level. What's prepare? No, we were just in there. Settings, temperature. That's cool. So that's cool right there. You can change the default PLA and ABS preheat temperatures. I don't think that's pretty standard. I at least haven't seen that. Filament detector on or off, fan on or off, motor off. So I mean, not a ton, but like it's still better than some of the touchscreen interfaces I've seen. Cool. We're heated up. Definitely room for improvement still. Also, it did show. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but when it did the mesh bed leveling, it did show each point's offset, like what the height was. So that's also not something I normally see. I don't think on stock setups. It's usually like the custom community firmware or Gyres firmware does stuff like that. Okay, let's see. It was last week. I purposely went through your link. Hopefully it will show up. Interesting. Okay, I will. Thanks for letting me know, Lisa. I will check again later tonight to see if maybe I looked at it wrong, and if not, maybe I'll ping them and see what they say. Phone says. Okay, so let's print something. I would say. Let's take a look at all the things that. Probably going to do a poll for this one, and we'll decide. Okay, let's go desktop. So our options are... Oh, this one's cool. I printed this one out. It's definitely a fun print since it's print in place. And I will say that that's like probably the exact same silver we're using. It's a Prusa Mint PLA. And there's the Polypearl Tower Torture Test, which is also pretty cool. I don't think I've printed it, but I've definitely seen it quite a few times. There's this little sci-fi land speeder. Let's see. What else is there? Zerant said you did a cat, right? Is it printables? It's my lucky cat, but it's not being nice. Rude cat. Okay, so we will do a vote. Let's see here. Let's see. What to print? And then we will add options. Our options are Rude Cat. We've got the F14. We've got the Tower Torture Test. Oops, Torture. And we have got, what was the last one in the cruiser, right? The Land Speeder. Land Speeder. Okay. All right, everybody vote. We'll let this run for 2 minutes. We'll do this pretty quick, so we can get pretty good and see how it looks. 1 minute. Rude Cancer. You can talk right to the admin of Polymaker. Very cool. Yeah, Polymaker's been incredibly accessible and quick to respond. It sounds like the team or people that are doing the sort of like working with content creators is fairly small, but the person or persons that are running it are absolutely doing above and beyond what I think most other companies could or would do. So yeah, I've got no complaints with Polymaker and my interactions with them so far. They've been great. So yeah, I'll reach out to them and see what they say. It's like one person, isn't it, Zombie? I'm pretty sure it's Nick, or is it Nick? Is his name? I'm pretty sure. I don't think. Oh yeah, Nick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks, Malcolm. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button or like the smash button. Let me switch over to this cam for a second here. Land speeder seems like it's kicking some serious butt. All right, we're 60 more seconds, then we're ending it. It's looking like land speeder, but. All right, where are we at? Chat moved. Okay, looks like land speeder won it. We will do 40%, I'd say so, and pull. All right, land speeder it is. Here, try to print the turbulent mechanism. I don't. No, I haven't. Do me a favor, whatever that is, there, post it in, I guess, any room, live streams, favorite prints or whatever, and tag me in it so I can take a look at it later on. I might talk to Nick about joining that team so I can bridge everyone who streams while he sleeps. Yeah, based off of my conversations with him, that man hardly sleeps. And as much as I appreciate it and can sort of relate, I can attest to like it being nice to have some help. So, all right, so we are doing this. Let's go. Let's quickly plug in the flash drive or the micro SD card and see what it comes with here. I mean, to be fair, based off of the extruder, I could probably grab like any existing. We'll just check it for fun, but I was like, based off of the distance of it, I can grab probably any like Ender 3 profile or any existing Neptune profile since that hasn't really changed. But we'll see what's on the card just for funsies. Desktop, freaking rude cat, it's hilarious. Oh, is the camera tripping out on the shirt? I really like this shirt. When I saw it, I was like, yep, that's the one. Oh, it's her. There we go. Okay, so we have got user manual software and USB Neptune 3 assembly. Ah, cool. I like that they do this. This makes me very happy when companies... This looks like a really high quality video as well. Like the shots look really nice, so cool. I mean, it takes the guesswork out of it. Backwards models. What do they got? The Buddha. Software and USB drivers. Software. Nope, we don't need drivers. Elegoo Cura is what they've got. We'll run it. Maybe. Yeah. I didn't sleep. He streams. That's crazy. Polymaker Nick has a 1-month-old baby. Oh my. You don't sleep for at least the first month. That's crazy. That's right. I did. I tuned into one of his live streams at the beginning of it, and I did hear him saying that. That's insane. That dude's a like absolute rock star. I don't know how he does it. Finish. So what are your thoughts on the top mounted spool and input chamber test it caused? Interesting. I've never found it, like, I mean, I've never thought it was problematic and kind of liked it. The main reason why I didn't necessarily do it always was that my shelves didn't allow it. Like, I was using pretty much like triple stacked lac tables, which in itself is not a very secure foundation, but it just made it so tall that I couldn't get as many printers. So I've used a lot of the like tush filament holders that sit beside the printer. But no, I didn't know that. I don't think I ran input shaper with her without and seen that. That's really interesting to know, though. So you're saying like it seems to cause much more chatter or vibrations? Who's this guy? What's up, tripods? We have a garage. It's nowhere near as nice as your garage, but it is a garage and it has printer racks and printers on it. And I upgraded the lights today to have these like really bright multi like arrayed LEDs. So it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm really happy. Does the printer don't have any wheels level the bed? Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, no, the good calls, Aaron. I didn't notice that. Yeah, so there are no bed leveling screws on this. Like the Ender 3S1 and most of the other this style of machine typically have knobs still, but no, this is mounted to a frame that, I mean, I'm imagining is probably aluminum. But yeah, I didn't notice that. I did get a haircut. Thursday I messaged my haircutter and said, "Are you available today or tomorrow? This is the last time I will probably ever see you." And so she was like, "Yeah, I'm working today. Come down." So I was able to. I'm really weird about my haircut. Like I went to my sister-in-law for a lot of years and then found this person, but like I have major like trust issues about getting my hair cut because I had a couple bad experiences where I'm like, yeah, I want like a little bit shorter on the side, a little bit longer on top, and like I pretty much left the barbershop with a mohawk. And ever since then, I've been real like, So, I mean, at least I can wear a hat now for my job since I work from home and like do video stuff and I don't have to be like in person. But yeah, it messed me up. I for a while there, I was just getting a buzzer and buzzing it all one size because I was like, I can't go to anyone else. I don't trust any of the haircutters. Or the hair salons, I suppose, not haircutters. The skin versions of Curious should be a crime, honestly. So stupid they include those. It's interesting. So, yeah, to be fair though, like, that's been a thing since Kira started, pretty much. Like, Lulzbot is Lulzbot Kira. BCN finally has their own slicer, but it was BCN Kira forever. And those are like big non-Chinese companies, like Lulzbot's US and BCN's out of Barcelona, Spain. So I'm not saying it's right, but it's like it's been a thing forever. Like, and even large manufacturers have been doing it. But I don't understand it, except for in really unique situations. Like for this, it makes no sense. If you, for example, like with BCN, I kind of understood it. Even Lulzbot, I suppose, because BCN uses IDEX. Their machines are all IDEX. Am I right? Sigma. Yeah. And because of that, it requires some like additional features for the mirror mode, duplication mode, and some of the other things that it just didn't seem to have natively baked in. So I understood that. And then Lulzbot has the different tool heads, so you have to be able to quickly flash firmware through the slicer. But it still would be cool if a lot of these things could kind of be just implemented into base Kira. And so you download base Kira, but it has that firmware flashing thing from Lulzbot. So when you select Lulzbot as your printer, those different like tools activate. So yeah, it seems silly. Like on here, I have like Creality Slicer, which is Kira. I have now Elegoo Slicer. So yeah, I agree. It should somehow all come home to the to Kira. I feel like I missed chat. I'm sorry, everybody. All right, let me get this going, and then I'll be able to focus a little bit more. Everyone knows that I'm not exactly the best multitasker, and I'm starting to realize that the older I get. Like I've always said, yeah, I'm really good at multitasking, but I'm good at thinking I'm good at multitasking, but like everything just kind of everything's a mess when I try to multitask. So the configuration seems to be corrupt. Oh, that's fine. It's because it's trying to grab data for the other stuff. Ultimaker Cure 5.0 is available. All right, that's fine. So we are printing out this one. We'll do just the Land speeder. And this like camera setup, because I used to have it on my desk at the last place behind me with the over shoulder. But now that it's right here on this desk, it's blocking like half the screen. I'm gonna have to figure out something long term. Wait, is that? I can't tell if that's. Oh, that is in the air. We're gonna need some supports. I'm gonna see really quick for fun. I want to see how it slices. That's a pretty big bridge. I think we'll do supports. Yeah, just for the bottom. Do use some supports. Okay, cool. We'll do that then. Shell. That is aggressive. We'll just do 3s all around. Infill, that's fine. Temp will bump up. We'll do 215. Leave the speed, sleeve cooling, supports, sure. Not everywhere, just touching build plates, support structure. We'll do normal. Then skirt, we'll do 3. Oops. 3, come on, 3 skirt loops. All right. Yeah, if the lines were exactly straight, I would probably just go for it, but I think this will be pretty easy to remove. We'll give it a go. Oh, interesting. Save as TFT. Oh, so they're using a different file type. So I would imagine that's probably the TFT type means that it's grabbing an image of the actual model or the sliced file. So let's save that there. And open that. Oh, my dad's taking off. Hey, have a great day at work, Dad. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your help moving everything. My dad came over, and my mom, both of them. My mom supplied like food for the entire trip, which came in clutch because we couldn't stop really because of the dogs. So we just ate wraps in a gas station, like in the parking lot basically. And then my dad helped a ton with packing stuff up, and my mom too. Roll everyone. It was a major team effort. So okay, let's do side view, and then I'm gonna bring chat back over to this monitor so I can see what everyone's saying, and I don't have to keep weird angles in my neck. Also, anyone that has not, we are doing a giveaway for a spool of Polymaker Filament and international shipping. Any color they have in stock of PLA, should be ABS or PTG. The pinned link, that form, fill that out. We're going to be drawing in 8 minutes. All right, let's see if I'm imagining it does have. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't have an image. That's odd. Save as TFT file. I wonder why it does that. If it doesn't, there's got to be a way to get the image, on here, but it didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. There we go. Why is this spinning? I'm heading to work. Great job streaming today. Love you. Thanks, Dad. What's going on, Hunt? Why do a skirt? Could be wrong, but in my mind they just waste material. I always do skirts. Always, always, always. And the reason for it is probably a little bit that old habits die hard. But here's my train of thought. And this might be a little bit of a different situation since it doesn't have knobs. Typically, when I level a bed, I do a pretty good job. But a lot of times it's not perfect, or things happen after a lot of prints or whatever. With the skirt, it lets me visually inspect the outside perimeter while it's going down, and then I can adjust the knobs really quickly on the fly, so that way by the time it's done those 3 passes and it starts the model, I know that everything is going to be good as far as adhesion goes. So to me, it wastes more material to start the print and then discover after it's like halfway through that first layer, like, oh snap, this side's not leveled correctly, it's too far away, too close, and then having to kill it, peel it, and start over. So that's the reason why I've done it. Again, in this situation, it probably is unnecessary other than to prime the nozzle. It already has a line, so yeah, there's really no point. Because I can't adjust it, but that's the reason why typically I run skirts. It's definitely a little bit too close. It's the offset. Ooh, that's a lot. What? Wow, you can adjust the Z offset very, very quickly. There we go. I just want tiny increments. It's definitely too close. Can't tell if it's corrected. Still looks. It actually looks like. It's interesting. It doesn't look like the bed is leveled. This side right here to me looks pretty good. Maybe a hair too close. This side's definitely too close. So that's interesting. It doesn't seem like the mesh really stuck. So let me bump it up a couple more. So it's going to be too close. At least quite a bit too close on that side. So I'll have to play around with it after, but it doesn't look like the leveling really took. See offset speed. That was funny. I was not ready. Tripod said, I use skirts once in a while. It looks kind of weird wearing one with one leg. I wasn't ready for that. I use skirts too, just to babysit. Yeah, I just think it's like, yes, it's filament that if everything's great, you don't need to use, but it's such a minute amount. And realizing your print's not printing correctly and then having to kill it. Wait, why do we have... Why do we have... 1 second. Oh, does the G-code have the mesh in it? That is a good point. Let's see. Machine settings. I don't see... So there is a G28 command, a G92, a G1 command, a G92 to reset the extruder, and then G1 commands. Is it possible though, G-Funny, that they might have done something differently where it doesn't need to be in a certain G-code? Like, if it saves with Marlin, if it saves to EEPROM, can't it automatically be applied like through firmware, not through G-code, or no? I could throw a, like Lisa, I could throw a G29 in the start G-code and have it do the leveling every time, but it shouldn't be needed. The supports are going to be tougher to remove, especially now because it's so close. Yeah, with auto leveling, I'd say it's probably less needed, but like Zerant said too, it still lets you see whether you need to baby step up or down at all. So there's still value in it. I think that with how much filament, it's too close. It is definitely too close. Yeah, I think that's the issue. I think that it's not applying it at all. The mesh might not be saving EEPROM. If it's not saving to EEPROM, wouldn't it still pull it until I reset? Like, so that's a good point. Because if it resets, I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna try where's the napkin? I'm thinking about inserting a G29 command just in the beginning of it to see whether that does it, if it runs it right for the active print. Let me see here. So reset extruder. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. Because if it does it with a G29, then I definitely know that it's at least working, and then it's just a matter of either it's implemented strangely or I need to have it pull those mesh values. The bed can shift, there's no real need for a G29. Oh, I get what you're saying, Zarant. Because once I get what you're saying. So, yeah, the bed's fixed on here, so it wouldn't make sense to have a G29 every time. Because once you grab those initial numbers, it should be consistent over and over and over again. Unless there's some sort of actual, like, warping going. But the screws couldn't come loose because of the way that it's mounted. So, you just need to have it the one time. What is the, let me see here. Let's do okay. If you have not, we're doing a giveaway for a spool of Polymaker filament with international shipping. Anywhere, and it's for PLA and I believe ABS or PTG. So sign up. The link for the form is in the chat pinned. There is 60 seconds left, and then we're closing that, and we're gonna draw the giveaway. I want to pick up the display and make a phone call. That's what I said. It's even using the cable. It was the RJ15 or RJ11 people were saying earlier. That reminds me of that. But yeah, totally. Like, hey, tripods. Yeah, it very much. I feel the same way about it. I like it though. I like that it's not retracts, but you know, it's stretchy. I think there's 3,000 printers at $200. Yeah, there's 3,000 printers at $200. Zombie. Oh wait, that's not what you're asking. I read that wrong. You're saying, are there any 300 plus printers? You're saying build volume, huh? 300 mil by 300 mil. If so, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. The switchwire I think is 12 by 12 by 16, but I'm pretty sure even that is like north of 300 roughly. I think it's more than the game shops because whoever shows a slightly raised level on one side of the mesh. Interesting. I will yeah, now it's a little bit too far away. But yeah, it's definitely an issue with the bed mesh. Okay, anyways. Let me do... Okay, I'm removing... Unpin. I'm unpinning the message before this time. M420S1. This load save mesh. Okay. I'm going to add that. So I'm going to get rid of the G29 I added after the G28 command. And I'm going to add it here. And then I'm going to reslice it. So let's stop. Yes, we'll kill this. and we're gonna write load. No. Did you say 350? I thought you said 300. 300 plus. So it's 300 by 300 by what is 16? Is that 400? 300 by 300 by 400? Let's see. Load previous mesh. I guess I should show this, right? Like if anyone wants to see what I'm doing. So this is the machine in Cura, and all I did was after the G28 command, added the M420 S1 command, which I was told loads the previous mesh, which sounds correct, but let me just verify. I'm quite sure that's right. Bed leveling states S enabled or disabled. G28 current position. Valid mesh. A valid mesh is required to enable bed leveling. If the mesh is invalid, okay. Yeah. Do you recommend this printer at this point? It's hard to say. So, I'm gonna let the bed cool down actually. So based off of the hardware that's in front of me, I don't think that anyone could argue that $210 or its current asking price is a bad deal. Like, it seems more than fair. I will be curious to see, the main things I'll be curious to see is how well does that strain relief end up working on this? And also, can we get this figured out? Because if there is some other issue that's not just that, then that needs to be resolved. If it's a matter of they just forgot to put M420 S1 in their starting G code, then it's less of a deal. So, hardware-wise, I would say yes. I think I can, based off of what I'm seeing right here, like it just seems like it's a fair, more than fair deal. But I'm still, it's way too early to like say that I would recommend this, But again, they haven't changed a whole lot, so it's like I know the old one. I had really good luck with the first gen. We'll let this cool down. Okay. Just check on the printer if the mesh is still loading after you start the print. Now it should still be loaded when you wait. It should still be loaded. Then you don't need the. I don't know if I can check that the mesh is loaded though, because I think if I click on level, it's gonna redo the mesh again. I'm pretty sure every time you click level, it runs it. So I don't think there's a way to just check on like, hey, let me see the current. We'll check in a sec though, just to be certain. Okay, let's do this giveaway. So we have got. Oh wait, I should probably go. Let me go Sony cam so that way I don't accidentally give away everybody's emails. Okay, 61 responses. This will be easy. If it's under 100, I'm able to just highlight and copy like that. And then we've got wheel of names. Bam, bam, bam. That was incredibly painless. That was so great. We hit like 107 entries, I think, 2 weeks ago, and because of that, over 100, it makes it a little bit more complicated with the spreadsheet. So this was easy. Surprise, are so cold, so cold. Okay. For GFunny, I've got to hit the shuffle button at least 4 or 5 times. We'll do more than that. Hey, what's up? Jerry, how's it going? Sidewinder X1 or X2? I've only used the X1. I liked the X1. So I will say that some people, I've seen, I think over the years, 2 people post issues with the X1, and they're all stemming from the ribbon cables used. I did not have any issues. I think I printed with it for about a year, and then one of the pins on one of the ribbon cables did start to wear down, and they included a spare with the printer, so I swapped it and it was back up and running. I ended up donating it to a friend that wanted to basically use some of the stuff from it for another machine. But I had really good luck with it. I threw a 0.6 nozzle on it. It uses the volcano style, and I printed out a ton of large prints for my K40 laser a couple years ago. Okay. All right, everybody. So this is our first stream at the new place, which is awesome. Our first giveaway at the new place. And it's for a spool Polymaker Filament, international shipping. The way it works is whoever wins, I will contact you via email or Discord, whatever you have. Probably email first, and if I don't hear from you, Discord. And I will send you a form, and all you have to do is fill out that form with the filament that you want and your address, and then Polymaker will get it shipped out. So, yeah, let's do this. Good luck, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I see DC in here, and G Funny. Good luck, everyone. 1, 2, and here we go. Hey, Sem took it. I know that Sem is not going to let Alien forget that he won. Congratulations. That's so funny. Now that gives Sem a little bit more fuel for his banter with Alien. That's funny. Yeah, hey Sem, I will do you have a preference then, since I know you're so active in the Discord? Do you want me to just send you the link for the giveaway prize over there? I do need to fill out my side of it first, so it'll probably be a little bit later on tonight, but let me know if that's cool. I'll just Discord message you instead of going via email. Did Alien comment? He did. He truly did rig my internet. Congratulations. Okay, let's go. Let me see here. Okay, let's go side cam for a second here. And look at my blurry arm. I got a silk. Oh, nice. Yeah, the silk materials are super pretty. They also, it's really strange, the silk filaments, when they come out of the nozzle, they expand like, they expand like crazy. I remember testing out, what was the company? It was, they were one of the original silk manufacturers. Somebody help me out here. Printed Solid bought the formulas. They're called Polyalchemy Elixir. And that was the first time I used a silk material. Let me take this off, I guess. And the oh wow, that's kind of cool. Do you see that? So they have it mounted the bed. Why is there a missing one? I'm sure it's by, it's on purpose. There's no spot, but yeah, there's a lot of mounting points to the bed, which I do like, because I actually think that that could help with these beds. Typically have a tendency to bow, and so having so many bolted points to the secondary plate could be a positive thing. Oh, I do have a trash in here. Alright, let's put it over here for now. Yeah, I like the color, and suddenly red copper is epic. Silk copper is nice here now. My friend helped me Frankenstein my old X1. My switches to them. Oh, nice. I know that Inappropriate Maker. I don't think I've seen him today, but he has an X1, and his is decked out. Like, pretty sure he has a Slice Mosquito or Magnum on his. I know his is like crazy decked out. Yeah, I thought a bolt was missing too, but when I looked underneath it, there's actually a gap there, and I think I don't know why, but it looks like it's just the way the shape of the bed is. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because this motor. It's for the motor right here. There's a motor in the back, and so when the bed passes over, if there was a post there, it would crash into the motor. So it's by design. But I thought the same thing. I looked at it and was like, somebody must have forgotten a bolt. Yeah, it's really stuck in the PI. It doesn't help also that I have no nails, and I've also been eating a little bit of McDonald's, so I think I've probably got a little bit of oils in my. Which normally you don't want to touch your bed surface very much with your hands, because of the oils that are naturally there. Okay, I think we're just gonna run this because it is very, very fine, and it's like in the PEI. So we're just gonna rerun. Put this here. Come on. There we go. Okay, so let's see when we press level again if it actually if it actually shows us the leveling data. Also, yeah, that's fine. So we'll go back, level, cancel. Yeah, so it doesn't let you see. So when you go to level, it just says calibrate bed. So we are going to attempt to not redo that. Leave it how it is. And then just reslice it with the M420S1 command and see whether it looks like it's level at that point. Wait, can you see the oils? No. No, you can't. At least I don't see any here in person. This thing really don't get loose. By the way, you said you are too low. These textured beds need some squish. We think doubles and smooth. Alright, let's see. You should maybe under prepare. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're just gonna reslice, going into Cura here, Elegoo, close, close. Oh, interesting. I wonder if there's Wi-Fi built into this. I know that Uncle Jesse showed that you can add a ESP, I think 32 chip to the older one, but in the profile in here, it does say connect to networked printer. So I wonder if it has Wi-Fi. That's interesting. For right now, we're just gonna do this. I'm reslicing, reslice it, and then we'll go save as TFT file. And we'll call it with mesh. Let's remove. My camera's in my face. All right, let's see how this goes. Yeah, it's real stuck in there. Okay, what the heck? Oh, no, that's right. There we go. It's weird. With mesh. Nope. That is the wrong one. With mesh. Confirm. Alright, let's see if it does anything different this time. Let's see. Many greetings from Romania. Thank you for this live. For me, it's very useful. Hey, Stefan. Well, hello back. Hello from Idaho. Thanks for stopping by. Sarah's feeling better. He's picking on us. Hey, Kyle. How's it going? I can even smell the grease. No, well, it's you know, you didn't know that the secret to properly, you have to break in the bed. You have to, and the best way to do that is with the grease from the McDonald's French fries. That's my number one 3D printing secret that I don't usually tell people. Right. One cold cheeseburger coming up. I picked up today an Ender 7 for 200 euros. Do you have plans for it? Because the experience, if you haven't seen my video, the experience I had with the Ender 7 was really disappointing. It just, like, on paper, looks like it should be a pretty solid printer, and I was really excited when we unboxed it on stream. And even, oh, something dripped on my foot. It was the condensation. It freaked me out. Even on stream, when we unboxed it and built it and did the first print, I was excited. But then as time went on, it just was really inconsistent. So I would say if you're planning on modding it pretty heavily, at least swapping out like the extruder and hot end, then you could probably turn it into something pretty good. But stock, it was definitely disappointing, and the experience I saw most other people having with it seemed to sort of mirror that. I don't know where my IPA is. I know that I packed a little bit that was in a bottle, but I still haven't found the box that it's in, so I don't have anything right now. Secretly, I wouldn't be upset to be sponsored by McDonald's. Yeah, I definitely would. I'd probably have to switch it up. I don't think we'd be able to do cheeseburgers every stream, but like they've got their smoothies and their like oh man, they have like wraps that you can get with grilled chicken. That's not so bad. When I use mine, I get good results out of it. It's not condensation. It's like, oh, don't. That's not funny, Alien. That's not funny. Oh, okay. Carl does. Because that's right. When I talked to you, Carl, you were like one of the exceptions to the rule, where you said overall the Ender 7 seemed like it was working really well. So most of the people, then I take that back, not everyone, most of the people that I talked to or I looked at videos on YouTube that were like, yeah, this printer is okay, but I looked at the print quality and it seemed pretty inferior. Hey, Brendan, glad to see you in the new place. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We are incredibly excited to be here. Aaron's doing a great job figuring out everything. I'm like, I got the garage and I got my work stuff, and then, you know, everything else I can help you with, but I'm going to let you design and figure out, you know, kind of what you want to do. What are we waiting on? It's reading still. Hey, BBs. Good night, everyone. I need to take off. Hope this works. Have a great night, Lisa. It's great seeing you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Also, thank you very much for the donation, and we should be back in business, so hopefully, you know, we'll be good to go for next week. Okay, there is crap on the nozzle. Oh wow, there is. That is way too high. Where's the offset? There it is. Down, down. Yeah. It seems like that might have fixed it. We'll see. Because the side that was too close now almost seems a bit too far. So it definitely changed something, because I haven't changed the mesh or anything like that yet. I think that did it. I am almost positive that did it. Yeah, that totally did it. I mean, the first layer is going to look a little bit jacked up because there was some stuck material, but just looking at it from like right side to left side, the area that's not stuckable material, it looks way better. The nozzle could have been a little bit closer to the bed. I would say at least a hair more, but as far as the left to right, so that was the missing link. It was not calling or pulling the saved mesh from the printer or from the firmware. Yeah, it looks substantially better left to right. And reported. Thoughts on hot-end upgrades for the Ender 3 Pro? I mean, I like the simplicity. I like the simplicity of the Micro Swiss hot end, and I also like the Dragonfly. I think is a great option. Dragonfly has the BMS version that's meant for the Creality Ender 3 style printers, and we installed that into an Ender 3 V2, and that is a really solid hot end. A bit more expensive than micro Swisses, but still solid. And then, have they started shipping? Has E3D started shipping the Voron for crowd to use yet, or no? I know that they like teased it, and I know that the Voron ones have shipped, but I don't know if they started shipping the Revos for Crowdy style printers yet. I can't remember. I don't think they are. Have a nice PLA is food safe. Have a nice line for the enjoy your friend. Hey, thank you, Stefan. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I agree, Zaran. I will give feedback to them, but I agree. There's no way if I purchased this and did not know that was the case, and honestly, even if I had done this not live, I don't know. It would have taken me probably longer to figure that out. I don't know. It's hard for me to think right now what I would have thought that it was, but no, I agree with that. That needs to be. I will give them feedback, and then I will verify that it has been added. It's possible that it already has been added if, because I'm assuming this was probably manufactured like a month and a half or 2 months ago, so maybe they've already gotten feedback and changed it. But yeah, no, I completely. If someone bought this and did not know that, they would have a very frustrating experience. The bed would just be uneven always. So. I wish I would have gone V6 and BMG right off instead of micro Swiss direct drive. V6, you like a V6 BMG direct drive, or just V6 and then run it as a Bowden? If it was me, I would get rid of the purge line and always use a skirt for purging. Yeah, no, I agree as well. There's not much of a need. I'm trying to think, is there any times where I've wanted both? It sounds like it's too close. Why? Did it not load? Or maybe it still is too close and the reason why it looked too far away. What I need to do is, once this is done, later on, run a print, or like run a small square in all 4 corners and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's definitely too close still. Which is kind of bizarre. So it looked so much better, the outline. I'm gonna see what the whole first layer looks like. But yeah, no, I agree. If you're running the skirt, then I can't think of any reason why you would want the purge line, at least offhand. It's crazy. I was talking to Nero after his stream about it because he had a bunch of those like porn bots or whatever they're called, and he said, yeah, once the stream gets to a certain size, it just happens. Because I'd never seen them. I was like surprised watching his, or when I was in his stream, I said, wow, like I noticed it happened a lot. He said, no, it happened. So it's crazy to me that YouTube can't figure out how to not make that happen. I'm desperate, but not that miserable. Revo for Crowley's not out yet. Okay, believe me, I'm waiting. Better Revo expected mid to late August. Sounds good. I'm still waiting on the nozzles, obsidian nozzles. Okay, so that's way close. It's really strange to me that it got so close, considering I'm gonna let it run just super close like this because I think it'll be easy to remove if I let it just continue printing, and I think it'll correct itself in the 15% infill. But yeah, that's way too close. It looks a little bit further away there, then it gets super close. It definitely changed the mesh though. From the previous print to this print, the mesh is looking different. Not great by any means, but it's definitely done something. Interesting. Is there maybe a firmware upgrade? I will check that too, Zeron. It's possible. Not that I've been informed of. I have an H2N1 and also a DDX V3 with copper. Wow. DDX is Bontech, right? That's how you know you made it on YouTube. Seems very inconsistent. Are you talking about the Are you talking about the first layer, Steve? If so, then yeah, it does seem pretty inconsistent so far. Because it's definitely changing. Like, it seems okay-ish there, then clearly too close. Now it seems like it's correcting itself a little bit. It's definitely closer than it was on the first print. That was looking really rough, but it is quite inconsistent. It's got plenty of tension. It's weird. It's looking much better, like the further it's going. It's looking much better on this side, but oh my gosh. Just check, there's not even a section for that. Okay, alright. Oh no, the bots are inconsistent. Gotcha. Steve brought the bots. I know, this is the most aggressive they've been. Obsidian is too erotic for me. I don't typically... Oh, okay, yeah. Totally unnecessary then. Because you can also, like, even with the brass ones, if you did run, like, an occasional bit of abrasive material, you can still get away with it and be okay. But yeah, I would say... it depends, because if the obsidian's going to be able to last just, like, an insane amount of time, it might make sense just to get one at least in, like, you know, 0.4. I wouldn't do... They probably won't make a 0.2, because abrasives in a 0.2 is just, like, you're asking for non-stop clogs, but at least a 0.4 and a 0.6, because then you could print everything on it. They look sweet. I saw the whatever printer trade show or conference is going on right now. I saw Joel and a couple other people holding them. I think maybe Repcord, and it looks like they have a bimetal throat to them, or portion, and then down below is the obsidian coating or whatever, which I think is probably a hardened steel with some sort of coating on it. They look great. Yeah, so the first level seems much better the further it got this way. The nozzle still needs to be raised a hair, which I'll do on the next print, but it definitely corrected itself quite a bit. It's interesting. So the M420S1, I'm going to shoot him off an email tonight and just say, hey, we did a stream on it, and we ran the mesh, and the mesh clearly wasn't applied. It seems like we were able to correct it by adding the M420S1 to the starting G code, and just see what they say back. But yeah, I mean, this side is much more consistent, but there's still some under extrusion right there. It's interesting. We'll see. I'll have to play around with it a lot more. Yeah, G-Funny, the bots are in full force today. I'm gonna grab one later right now. Rocking a Dragon, TCT on in the UK at the moment. Just looked at the Neptune firmware section, and there is any. Yeah, I think Zeron said he checked too, and there isn't a section for it yet. So I'll have to reach out to them and see what they say. Elegoo, well, to be fair, I have only used Elegoo, like, when Elegoo has sent me machines to test out, it's pretty much always been resin printers, and the only FDM printer was the Elegoo Neptune 2 original, but it hadn't just launched. Like, this is the first one they've sent that's, like, really early, so I was going to say in the past I haven't had any that have had sort of like a beta or not fully baked firmware, but it's definitely... I'm curious to see what they say about this. I will, next week's stream, I will report back as to what they say or what happens. Someone remind me, because I'm sure I'll get distracted, but let's see. We may need to look at the chat. Oh yeah, you're right. Yep. I haven't caught Shimili. What are your thoughts on the LDO Trident? I'm waiting for it. The first layer is like nails on a chalkboard. Yeah, first layer is not looking very pretty. I still think, again, it will correct itself after a couple layers, so we're going to let this ride. I'm going to let the whole thing print for the 3 hours, because I think, again, the end of it, as long as the extrusion's consistent after these first couple layers, it'll still look good, but the leveling slash first layers clearly got some work, so I'm going to see if I can figure it out. I'm probably going to, when this is done, take it off, clean everything off, run another mesh, and put some squares in like the different corners. Maybe I'll find just like a leveling grid, basically. Or Chuck has the he has like a grid where it just does a bunch of squares, just the outlines of them, so that way I can see what it's doing and if it's doing something, but something's off. Like the leveling, and it is a bummer too that you can't see. It'll show you the mesh, like all of its calculations after it's done it, but you can't check it after that. It basically goes away or it's not visible. So it'd be nice if you can check it so you can sort of see like, okay, this corner is saying that it was that much higher, that much lower. Is it correcting for that, or can you see that deviation sort of reflected in the print? I actually didn't. Oh, my AirPod died. 1 second. Yeah, Zera pretty much nailed it though. Let's see. I'm pleased they've taken what they learned on the B2 kit. So far, fewer reports and tried it. That's awesome. I can't hear any music. I guess it died. But yeah, the it's funny, I didn't even realize that though. So that might have been an upgrade from the first one. I do not remember the older ones having dual layer cooling fans. So that's actually a pretty nice upgrade. It's got the one heatsink fan, a layer cooling fan, a layer cooling fan. It's got auto bed leveling, which so far we need to figure that out. It has the spring steel, powder coat spring steel, touchscreen. It has a better extruder, definitely, than the stock Ender plastic single arm one, and a filament runout sensor. That's probably primarily the differences, like the main ones that I would say offhand. So basically, what Zerant said. I sent a good leveling test in live stream. Awesome, I will check it out. Thank you, Zombie. Yeah, fixed bed as well. It doesn't have the leveling screws, which again, even the Ender 3S1, which has their CR Touch, still has adjustable knobs. So this is one of the first ones This is probably one of the first ones I've seen that has a attached bed that's sort of like an Ender clone. It's not very common. It's good though. Like I think that's good as long as it's attached well and it's solid when it's attached to. It's actually a positive thing. Check the gantry for squares. Zombies taken off. Yeah, I think we're going to probably end the stream. The printer's built and it is printing along. I need to figure out what's going on with the audio, both my music as well as the wireless mic that wasn't working today. And then we'll figure out for next week's stream. I think what we'll probably do is visit the Switchfire again and see. I'm going to try to get it plugged in and see like what damage, if there's any damage to it other than the enclosure that got damaged in the travel. And then if there's not, maybe we can start installing the like clicky servo mod that I had found and ordered parts for. I have to see if I can find all the parts I ordered, but if I can, we'll see if we can get that going, because I was having extrusion seems sort of spotty. But the leveling I was getting with the sensor on the Switchfire was fairly inconsistent for the mesh, so I want to install a physical switch on it. So we might do that next week then. I still don't like a touchscreen. It looks like an old wired phone. At least it'll make you laugh every time. If you didn't read, no need to send an email, just DM me. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't see your message. That sounds good, Sam. I will ping you later on tonight then with the giveaway. Congratulations on winning as well. And yeah, I think on that note we'll end it. I'm sure that I've got a gajillion things that I need to get done for unpacking still and all that, but thank you everybody that came out. Internet connection was solid. We had no construction going on. We had no gardeners today. We didn't have any doorbells ringing. And the internet held out. So I would say it was pretty successful. Between now and I would say the next 30 to 60 days, there's going to be a lot of changes going on in here. I have my eyes on a pretty heavy duty workbench, so I'll probably be replacing the carts. And then I have definitely to do something, because this is where I'm going to be recording the videos for the ModBot, like the VODs or the video on demand stuff for the main channel. So I'm like, need to get some sort of a setup for that. So I'm going to do some serious digging and research and see what I can come up with. But I had a ton of fun, and I'm glad that we were able to at least make the stream happen, even though we had a little bit of technical difficulties. And thank you to everyone for hanging out and for chatting. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys all next week. So everybody have a wonderful night. And you know what? Let's try to pick up some speed here. Let me go full speed. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful night. And we will be streaming next Wednesday. I will try to schedule that in the next couple of days as soon as I figure out what it is we're going to do. So have a great night. And yeah, see you guys all later on. Bye, everybody. Cheers.